Hey guys, it's Renee here, obviously. So you're probably wondering why you've clicked on this video, and the title is 100% true. Yes, I met Ariana Grande and she almost dropped my phone. Yeah. But she didn't really. I mean, I would have taken the credit, if she did drop it. Anyway, let's get to the point. So on the 7th of September of this year, I went to Sydney. It was an early flight, it's 10 in the morning, and it was really, I only had literally 2.5 hours of sleep and I was so tired. And I got to the airport and then I waited there until my flight was boarding. And I got on the plane, hour and 5 minutes later, arrived in Sydney. Then I got off the plane and I had my phone on and I had all my tweets and stuff, and I was searching through the tweets and I was like, oh, I wonder if Ariana's gonna come in early. I just missed her by 15 freaking minutes at the airport. I was so devastated. But my hopes were, I wasn't gonna give up. So I then went to wait for my friend Winnie. We met on Twitter a couple of months back, and so her flight didn't come until about 10 o'clock, and I was there at about 20 past 7, and I was literally half an hour earlier than I was supposed to come in. I was supposed to arrive at 20 to 8, but I ended up coming past 20 past 7. So basically my friend was like, oh, I'm not going to be there till 10 past, blah, blah, blah. I was like, alright, fine, I'll wait there. I waited for her. Sat on my laptop, tweeting, having the photos, and whatever. I have a personal account, I have a whole fan account, so don't judge me. Yeah, then after that, it was about 10 o'clock-ish, and she arrived, and this was the first time, meet. I've never seen photos of her or anything, and yeah, she's like, oh, I'm up here, and I saw her coming down. I was like, oh my god, I was so unexpected, and yeah, she's an awesome girl. Yeah, shout out to Winnie, you're awesome. Yeah, so then we both got into a cab and found these two hotels that we thought Ariana was staying in, and then we went into Four Seasons. No one was there that we thought. And then we went to got another cab, and then went into another, the Star Casino Hotel, which has the Star and the Darling as well next to it. So we went there, and then we walked in, and then Winnie spotted her dancers coming out of the casino, and so we saw Brian, Tracy, yeah, we got photos with them. I got a photo with Tracy. I didn't get a photo with Brian, which is I was pretty sad, and yeah, I was really hoping for a photo, but yeah, then I think there's a fan going on. Oh shit. Oh well, who cares? Yeah, if you hear some zzz noise, it's my fan. I forgot to turn it off, but yeah. Yeah, and then we end up getting photos with them. I freaked out because I didn't know any of the dancers. I felt really bad, but yeah, now I do. So we went, said hello, and we were gonna follow them, but we didn't. So we went over we walked around in and out of the foyer, and then we went up to the Darling, and we saw a whole heap of people there, and we're like, oh, you're waiting here for Ariana, and blah blah blah, and they're like, yeah, and so we, it was about, I don't know, about 30 of us or something, but yeah, we ended up staying there for hours, and then we ended up going to the casino eventually, me and Winnie, and I was like, oh, we're probably gonna meet us sometime on our trip. I had a look around, and then because I'd never been to the casino, and so I decided I had 10-cent piece in my wallet, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna chuck it into the fountain, not the fountain thing, the waterfall thing that you can chuck money in. And so I had 10 cents, and I was like, I wish that, you know, we would meet Ariana, and chucked it in, did it for both of us, and then we went back over to everybody else and talked and chatted for hours, and then eventually we saw a bus come out the front, and we're like, oh, that's probably, you know, their bus that they're going on. So we saw Brian and that come out. I think we ended up seeing Brian sitting down, and some of the girls went to go say hi and whatnot, and then we stayed outside, and then eventually we saw her mum, the dancers, and after that they got all photos. I didn't get any photos with them because I'll kind of let everyone else, you know, do it because I'm just a nice person like that. So then we stayed there for like hours, going up and down, trying to figure out when they were coming back, and then it was like 6:30, and we're like, oh, they're probably not even gonna be here. And so I ended up meeting Jade, Daniel, Ernie, Annie, oh my god, I can't even pronounce her name, I'm so sorry, I love you. And it was funny because I met her Annie, is it Annie? Ernie, I don't even know, but I love you, but yeah, forgive me. But so I didn't have a lighter with me, and I was trying to find one, and I was like sitting down, I was like, oh, can I, you know, borrow my lighter for a friend? So yeah, and we were sitting down, she's like, oh, I was like, are you here by yourself? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, why don't you come sit with us and me and my friends? And she's like, yeah, sure. No. And then another guy, I can't remember his name, but yeah, he was there. And so 6:30, we was like, oh, she's probably not even here. So we went down to Darling Harbour, started spitting rain. I was like, no, my hair's gonna get ruined, my makeup's gonna get ruined. First world problems when you're a girl, oh my god. Anyway, after that we walked around, and then other friend had to leave, so we all split a taxi before, and then we went up and walked, and it started pissing down, and we were at the Rocks, where a vegan restaurant is. So I can't pronounce the name of it, but anyway, we went there and we saw these black vans, and we're like, oh, that's probably one of hers. And so we waited there for about half an hour, and then we saw a big bus come past, and then we're like, oh my god, they're probably on there, like, you know. And then we waited, and then they all got off the bus, and then there was this two paparazzi, and honestly they were so they just wanted their photo and wanted to leave, but we were like, just, you know, give us some space. We were literally trying to get them to just go away just for, you know, 15-20 minutes, and then we were like, you know, they finally gave in, and then we like saw everyone get off, and then we're like, Ariana's probably not even on there, so we like we were looking in the glass, and we saw these big eyes, and we're like, holy shit. And we could see it was, you know, it was Ariana, and we all like flipped our shit. And then we personally got invited on the bus, and Winnie was, I think she was the first one to go on, and she freaked out. She ended up collapsing on the ground, crying of tears and joy, and oh my god, I was like, oh my god, are you okay? And she was like shaking, and I was like, oh my god, it was so awesome. And I have my camera that I'm using right now, and they didn't allow it with other people, and they, you know, I didn't have much percentage on my phone, but I still got photos on my phone. And then they didn't turn out right on my camera because my camera's been playing up. And then so I end up walking over to her, and it's so like emotionally, oh my god, draining just like thinking about it. I walked up to her and I said, oh my god, you're so freaking, like, you're so beautiful. And she's like, oh my god, you're so cute. And I'm like, you know when just someone just does that, you're like, stop, just no, don't make this even cuter. And oh my god, yeah. So I was crying and hugging her, and the other security guard was like, oh, she's got a 4 AM start in the morning and blah blah blah, we've got to hurry it up. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. And I stopped hugging her, and she like grabbed my phone. I was like, here, take some photos on my phone. She grabs your phone and starts fucking taking selfies with you. Like, come on, that is freaking amazing. Like, she's so outgoing and just so genuine, and like honestly love her to death. And like, she was the first, you know, big celebrity I've met, and she's so genuine. Like, why do people, like, publicists say that she's a bitch and she's a diva and you know, it's like, have you even met her? She's not even that bad, and she like takes photos with everybody. Like, it was so nice of her to do that, and I honestly give credit to her. Oh, fuck her. I just had a bug on me. So yeah, you can laugh all you want. Anyway, so yeah, we were all shaking, and then apparently one of our group, someone told people, and so all of our, like, you know, everyone came from the hotel, and thank God we got to meet. No offense, I love you all who were at the hotel, and you know, got to meet her that, you know, weekend or whatever. Like, you know, it was great. Like, I wish I would have helped you sooner, all of you. You were so nice and genuine. I just want to say, I think that was the first night I got to Sydney, and like, I think it was just fate that it was supposed to happen that day, and I was about to give up, but I didn't. So I'm so glad it happened, and I just want to say, Ariana, if you come across this video, I honestly adore you, and you still haven't followed me on Twitter. Girl, what is... No, I'm kidding. No, I understand your busy life. But yeah, and also I ended up stopping her just before I left her, and I said, hey, do you mind following me on Twitter? And I was like, is it one of those weird, you know, names with the weird lettering? And she's like, I was like, no, it's just the way it's spelled. So, Heart Attack Ari, that's me. That's my Ariana account. Be sure to follow me. Link will be down here, down in the description box. Okay, and then she's like, yeah, sure. And then I was like, I'm Renee, by the way, and we like shook hands, and it was so cute. Like, this was actually the top I was wearing underneath a little cardigan, varsity little thing. But yeah, yeah, Ariana, if you see this video, I honestly loved you to death, and thank you for the opportunity you gave me and my friends. Like, we come all the way from the Gold Coast and Brisbane, in another state, and luckily I had family who lives in Sydney, so it kind of worked out, and I was so tired. I had no sleep whatsoever, and it was so worth it. And I just want to say that I honestly adore you so much, and thank you to the bottom of my heart, from all my friends who got to meet you, for taking the opportunity to let us get photos and say, you know, our little thing that we want to say, even though we were starstruck. Yeah, so that's all I can think of and say at the moment, but you're honestly the most amazing and genuine person, and like, inside and out, no matter what anybody says or what people say about you, it's not going to change my thoughts about you. Like, you're honestly, from your past, like, I may know things about your past, but that's only between me, and I think that, you know, relationships, whatever, it doesn't really, I don't really give a shit. If you're happy, I'm happy for you. So yeah, I think that's all I've got to say. So thank you, Ariana, and please follow me on Twitter. I love you so much. Mwah. So that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. It kind of cut off because my camera was being weird. So yeah, hope please like and subscribe, comment, anything, and share this to Ariana. It would be awesome. So yeah, I think that's all I've got to say. So sorry about the lighting. I'm getting new light things soon. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you all next week. Bye. Mwah.